All right, so you're prepping for a specialized doctor interview.
Big moment.
Huge step.
Yeah.
And you've smartly got all your RoleCatcher resources lined up. Career guides, interview guide.
It works.
Exactly. We're going to help you extract the golden nuggets, the insights to help you walk into that interview room and just knock their socks off.
That's right.
Think of this deep dive as your secret weapon, with tips even seasoned doctors wouldn't think of.
What's often overlooked is that being a specialized doctor is this really dynamic blend of patient care and cutting-edge technology.
Yeah.
It's about diving deep into a niche, constantly learning using those skills to really shape the future of medicine.
You're not just keeping up with the medical field, you are leading it.
Exactly.
And the RoleCatcher Career Guide really dives into this telemedicine, connecting you to patients miles away, electronic medical records.
Streamlining care.
Streamlining care, even robotic surgery, taking precision to a whole new level. It's like stepping into a sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
But this is the reality of healthcare today.
It is, but that level of expertise requires serious dedication. Think 10 to 15 years of education and training.
Wow.
That's longer than some pro athletes train for their entire careers.
Yeah.
But the career guide also highlights the bright side, a projected job growth of 18% from 2020 to 2030.
That's huge.
Job security and high earning potential. Definitely worth noting.
Okay. Not for the faint of heart, but the rewards are huge.
Huge.
Now, before we jump into those interview questions, let's talk about RoleCatcher's AI magic.
Oh.
Imagine this. You're applying for a specific specialized doctor RoleCatch. RoleCatcher's AI analyzes that job description, compares it to your CV, and tells you exactly what skills to highlight or experiences to emphasize.
Wow.
It's like having a personalized career coach whispering in your ear, hey, for this hospital, really play up your research on robotic surgery.
It really is a game changer.
Talk about a competitive edge.
And it gets even cooler with the Get Discovered feature.
Oh, tell me more.
Registered employers can actually find you based on your skills.
Wow.
So you're not just submitting stronger applications. You're increasing your chances of being headhunted.
Oh, wow.
That's the power of AI working for you.
I love it. Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks, the interview itself.
All right.
RoleCatcher has provided 10 common interview questions, and we're going to dissect them one by one, giving you the insider strategies to ace them.
Perfect.
Ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
All right, what's number one? Tell us about your experience and qualifications that make you suitable for this specialized doctor role.
Okay.
Seems straightforward, but what's the interviewer really looking for here?
They're essentially checking if you meet the basic requirements and if your experience truly aligns with this specific role is your chance to shine a spotlight on the skills and qualifications that make you a perfect fit.
So should you just list every single achievement since med school? Or is there a smarter approach?
Think quality over quantity. Instead of a laundry list, focus on the experiences and qualifications most relevant to this particular position. So let's say you're applying for a cardiology role. Maybe you have a specific research interest that aligns with the hospital's focus, or you've published a paper on a groundbreaking cardiac procedure. Highlight those achievements that demonstrate a genuine connection to the role.
I see what you mean. It's about showing them you've done your homework, and you're not just sending out generic applications. Now, what about follow-up questions? What if they ask you to elaborate on a project or experience you mentioned?
Excellent point. Be prepared to expand on anything you mentioned. They might ask about challenges you faced, the outcomes you achieved, or the specific skills you developed. Remember, it's not just about what you did, but being able to articulate the why and how.
It's about showing them you can think critically, not just regurgitate facts. And this is where RoleCatcher's AI can be incredibly helpful. It analyzes job descriptions, identifying keywords and phrases that are particularly relevant so you can tailor your answers to hit all the right notes.
Exactly. It's like having a cheat sheet, but one that's specifically tailored to your individual circumstances and the specific job you're applying for.
Okay, on to question number 2. What are your strengths as a specialized doctor? It seems simple, but are there any traps to avoid?
Absolutely. The key here is to avoid generic responses. Everyone can say they're a hard worker or a team player. Instead, focus on strengths that are specifically relevant to this specialized field.
So instead of hard worker, if you're applying for that cardiology role, you might say, I have meticulous attention to detail, which is crucial when analyzing EKGs. Or, I thrive under pressure, a vital skill during emergency procedures.
Right, precisely. And again, anticipate those follow-up questions they might ask. Can you give me a specific example of a time you demonstrated that strength? Be ready with a compelling story that showcases your abilities in action.
I love that it's not just about claiming a strength, it's about proving it with real-world examples. The more you practice these stories, the more natural and confident you'll sound during the interview.
Exactly. Preparation breeds confidence. Now, question number 3. How do you keep up to date with developments in your field? They want to know you're not stuck in the past, right?
Right, medicine is constantly evolving. But should you just rattle off a list of journals you subscribe to, or is there a better way to showcase your commitment to staying current?
Go beyond just listing sources. Talk about specific conferences you've attended, online forums, you participate in research studies. You're following this demonstrates you're actively engaging with new knowledge and advancements, not just passively absorbing information.
So instead of I read the Journal of Cardiology, it's I recently attended the American College of Cardiology's annual conference where I learned about a groundbreaking new treatment for heart failure. That level of detail shows you're truly invested in your field.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to mention any specific insights or breakthroughs that have recently caught your attention. That shows you're genuinely interested in the field and eager to learn more.
Okay, on to question number 4. How do you handle difficult patients or situations? This one can be tricky. Everyone has those challenging patient stories.
It is. They want to see if you have the emotional intelligence and communication skills to navigate those difficult interpersonal dynamics.
So should you just say you're always calm and collected? Or is there a more nuanced way to approach this?
Focus on the process instead of a vague statement. Explain how you prioritize clear communication, active listening, and empathy when dealing with challenging patients. Give a specific example of a difficult situation you encountered and how you successfully resolved it. Maybe a patient refused a necessary treatment. How did you approach the situation?
That's a great point. Providing a concrete example makes your answer believable and impactful. It lets the interviewer see your problem-solving skills in action. And again, RoleCatcher's interview guides and resources can provide inspiration and guidance if you're struggling to come up with a strong example.
They're a fantastic resource. Now, question number 5. Tell us about a particularly challenging case you managed and how you approached it. This is your chance to shine, isn't it?
It is, but it's also about choosing your example carefully. We want to hear about a time you had to think outside the box, not just a routine case that went smoothly.
Precisely. They want to understand your thought process and
Okay.
how you handle complex situations. Select a case that truly showcases your problem-solving abilities, clinical judgment, and commitment to patient care.
So don't just describe the medical steps, explain your reasoning, the challenges you faced, and how you ultimately reached a diagnosis and treatment plan.
Absolutely. And remember, you don't have to reveal any confidential patient information. Focus on the medical aspects and the steps you took while maintaining patient privacy.
All right, question number 6. How do you balance the needs of multiple patients while ensuring each receives the appropriate level of care? This is where those organizational skills come in, right?
Definitely. They want to see that you can prioritize, manage your time effectively, and delegate when necessary.
So saying you just work harder or stay later isn't going to cut it. Those aren't sustainable solutions. What are some specific strategies you can highlight?
Talk about specific systems you use. Do you use a particular scheduling method? Do you delegate tasks to nurses or support staff? Do you have a system for prioritizing urgent cases? These are the practical details that demonstrate your organizational skills.
And don't forget the importance of communication. Keeping patients informed about potential wait times or delays can go a long way in managing expectations and reducing stress for everyone involved.
Excellent point. Clear, compassionate communication builds trust and makes patients feel heard even when things are hectic.
Okay, let's tackle question number 7. How do you ensure that you maintain patient confidentiality and privacy? It was on serious business, no room for errors.
Absolutely. This question is all about showcasing your understanding of HIPAA regulations and your commitment to ethical practices.
So it's not enough to simply say, I follow the rules.
Huh.
You need to show you understand the why behind those rules
Yeah.
and the potential consequences of a breach in confidentiality.
To exactly talk about specific steps you take to protect patient information. Do you use secure passwords? Properly dispose of confidential documents? Are you mindful of conversations in public areas? These are the concrete actions that demonstrate your commitment to privacy.
And it's not just about you, right? You need to make sure your entire team is on the same page.
Absolutely. Educating your team about confidentiality protocols is crucial. Everyone who interacts with patients plays a role in maintaining privacy. It's about creating a culture of respect for patient confidentiality from top to bottom.
Okay, question number 8. How do you manage your own stress and maintain your own well-being while working in a busy and often stressful environment? They're acknowledging doctors are human too, which is nice.
It's an important question. They want to see that you have healthy coping mechanisms and you're aware of the importance of self-care because let's be honest, you can't pour from an empty cup.
So saying I just power through it or I don't have time for self-care are big red flags.
Yeah.
What are some healthier approaches you can share?
Talk about specific strategies you use to manage stress and maintain well-being. Do you exercise regularly, practice mindfulness or meditation? Do you make time for hobbies or spending time with loved ones? These are the things that help you recharge and prevent burnout.
And it's okay to be honest. It's okay to admit that being a specialized doctor can be stressful. But what matters is that you have healthy ways to cope with those demands.
Exactly. And remember, RoleCatcher can connect you with resources on physician wellness and burnout prevention.
Yeah.
It's not just about acing the interview. It's about thriving in this demanding field. It really is about the long game, taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. Now let's move on to question number 9. How do you collaborate with other healthcare professionals to ensure the best possible outcomes for your patients?
This is where teamwork comes into play.
It does.
Right.
Healthcare is rarely a solo mission. They want to know you understand the value of collaboration and can work effectively as part of a multidisciplinary team.
So think about those interactions with nurses, pharmacists, therapists, and other specialists. It's not just highlighting your own expertise. It's how you leverage the skills and knowledge of others to provide that comprehensive patient care.
Exactly.
Have you coordinated care plans,
Great.
shared insights from different perspectives?
Exactly.
That's a great point. It's about recognizing that everyone on the team has something valuable to contribute. And this is also a chance to highlight your communication skills.
Yeah.
Do you actively listen to your colleagues? Do you communicate clearly and respectfully?
Right.
These are the qualities that make teamwork truly effective.
They are. And remember, RoleCatcher's AI can be a real asset here. It analyzes job descriptions, identifying specific collaboration skills that are highly valued in this particular role, so you can tailor your answers to really hit those key points.
That's so helpful. Okay, we've reached the final question in our deep dive. How do you ensure that you provide culturally sensitive care to patients from diverse backgrounds? This question speaks to the heart of healthcare, treating every patient with respect and understanding.
It's a crucial aspect of patient-centered care. They want to assess your cultural competence, your ability to navigate those differences, and ensure everyone feels safe and heard.
So avoid generic statements like, I treat everyone equally. Instead, dig deeper. Have you sought out training on cultural sensitivity? Do you use interpreters when necessary?
Right.
Do you take the time to learn about your patient's cultural beliefs and practices? These are the actions that show true commitment.
Exactly. It's about going beyond simply avoiding offense. It's about actively creating a welcoming and inclusive environment where every patient feels seen and understood. And RoleCatcher's resources offer valuable insights into different approaches to culturally sensitive care. It's worth checking out.
Absolutely. Now that we've covered those 10 interview questions, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture, your career trajectory as a specialized doctor.
Excellent point. The RoleCatcher Career Guide provides a roadmap of sorts, outlining typical stages, from junior specialized doctor all the way to senior consultant. It breaks down responsibilities at each level and even provides example profiles, giving you a real-world glimpse of what to expect.
That's so helpful. You can see the potential growth opportunities, the skills you'll need to develop, and the impact you can have as you advance. It takes some of the mystery out of that long journey ahead.
Absolutely. And don't forget, RoleCatcher offers a whole arsenal of additional resources, core and transferable skills guides, competency interview guides, even adjacent career guides if you're thinking of exploring other options.
They even have a career compass feature.
Oh, yeah.
It helps you navigate your career path with precision, set goals, track your progress, and even identify potential roadblocks. It's like having a personal GPS for your career.
It's incredible. RoleCatcher really goes above and beyond just helping you prepare for an interview. It empowers you to take ownership of your career and make informed decisions that align with your aspirations.
So what does all of this mean for you, the listener, as you prepare for this crucial interview?
You've now got a deeper understanding of those common interview questions and strategies for crafting winning answers. You've had a glimpse into the potential career path ahead and the resources available to support you. But remember, confidence comes from preparation.
And here's a final thought to ponder as you continue your prep.
How will you leverage your expertise not just to treat diseases, but to truly shape the future of healthcare?
That's such a powerful question.
Yeah.
It reminds us that being a specialized doctor is about more than just mastering technical skills. It's about using your knowledge and experience to make a real difference in the world. It really is about pushing those boundaries and using your skills to impact lives on a larger scale.
Exactly. It's about advancing medical knowledge, advocating for your patients, and contributing to a healthcare system that's equitable, accessible, and compassionate.
And that brings us back to some of the role catcher guides emphasize the incredible role technology is playing in shaping the future of healthcare. We talked about telemedicine, electronic medical records, and robotic surgery, but that's just scratching the surface.
Absolutely. Artificial intelligence, personalized medicine, gene editing, these advancements are revolutionizing the field. And as a specialized doctor, you'll be right at the forefront of this exciting evolution.
It is mind-blowing to think about the possibilities, but it also raises some big questions. How do we make sure these technologies are used ethically and responsibly? How do we address concerns about data privacy and potential biases?
These are complex issues that require careful thought and collaboration between healthcare professionals, policymakers, and the public. It highlights that being a specialized doctor isn't just about individual expertise, it's about engaging in those broader conversations about the future of healthcare.
So as you gear up for your interview, remember to think beyond the technical aspects of the role. Consider the bigger picture, the impact you want to make, the challenges you're passionate about tackling, and the future you envision for this field.
Those insights will not only make you a more compelling candidate, but they'll also guide you toward a truly fulfilling and meaningful career.
And remember, RoleCatcher is more than just a job search tool. It's a partner in your journey, providing the knowledge, resources, and support you need to thrive in this ever-changing world of medicine.
So embrace the challenge, prepare diligently, and approach that interview with confidence. The future of healthcare awaits those who are ready to shape it.
That wraps up our deep dive into the world of specialized doctor interview prep. We hope you found it insightful, empowering, and maybe even a little inspiring. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.